Hey. Do you ever feel a bit exhausted from constantly reading the room and putting your own happiness on the back burner? This message is for you, the one who feels paralyzed by invisible pressures and the way things should be. Today, I want to share a piece of advice inspired by a certain philosopher. It's a bit sharp, perhaps even bold, but ultimately, it is a very kind message for your weary heart. By the end of this video, you'll understand the true nature of that nameless anxiety and guilt holding you back. You'll be ready to walk your own path with a lighter heart starting tomorrow. Let's find the key to those emotional chains together. Now, don't worry. I have no intention of boring you with a tedious lecture on morality. Instead, why not listen to a thoughtful, slightly ironic old tale? It's a story from long ago. One year, a devastating drought struck a village. The land dried up, and the people were in despair. A wise man stepped forward and proposed a practical solution. Let's pipe in water from the lake up on the mountain. However, the villagers hesitated. They were terrified of an old, rigid tradition. The mountain's balance must never be disturbed, or we will face an invisible retribution. Even the village elders pleaded, "Please, do not break the rules we have followed for generations." It was then that the wise man delivered his sharp yet profound retort. He said, "Listen to me. If there is a truly noble and universal order in this world, its greatest wish would be the well-being of the people and the flourishing of the land. If there is a rule that demands your suffering and remains indifferent to those who thirst, then that is not a sacred law to be protected. It is merely a relic of fear and ego. Why should we sacrifice the lives of the living for the sake of an empty shell from the past?" In the end, the project went ahead. The result? The land flourished, and the village was saved. Naturally, no retribution ever came. Now, here is the most important thing I want to tell you today. Our world is overflowing with systems designed to limit our freedom using heavy words like tradition, social expectations, or fixed roles. If you hear voices trying to obstruct your happiness as you take a new step forward, saying, "You mustn't change," I want you to stop and think calmly. If a value or a system truly cares for your well-being, it would never take joy in seeing you suffer or stay stuck. Any pressure that tries to drag you down and chain you to an unhappy status quo is no longer something to be honored. It is simply a shadow of the past. You don't have to fight it with anger. You can simply choose to let it go. It isn't worth sacrificing your potential for. Doesn't thinking of it that way make things feel a little easier? Prioritizing your own happiness is never a mistake. Let's take that first step together. Just kidding. But really, don't you think it's not so bad to relax a little and live with a gentle, defiant smile every once in a while?